Hello everyone, welcome back. It's Tuesday today, and so we are going to be looking at Mark chapter 5. Why don't I read that? So Mark 5, verses 1 to 20. They went across the lake to the region of the Gerasenes, where when Jesus got out of the boat, a man with an impure spirit came from the tombs to meet him. This man lived in the tombs, and no one could bind him anymore, not even with a chain, for he'd often been chained hand and foot, but he tore the chains apart and broke the irons on his feet. No one was strong enough to subdue him. Night and day among the tombs and in the hills he would cry out and cut himself with stones. When he saw Jesus from a distance, he ran and fell on his knees in front of him. He shouted at the top of his voice, "What do you want with me, Jesus, Son of the Most High God? In God's name, don't torture me." For Jesus had said to him, "Come out of this man, you impure spirit." Then Jesus asked him, "What's your name?" "My name is Legion," he replied, "for we are many." And he begged Jesus again and again not to send him out of the area. A large herd of pigs were feeding on the nearby hillside. The demons begged Jesus, "Send us among the pigs, allow us to go into them." He gave them permission, and the impure spirits came out and went into the pigs. The herd, about 2,000 in number, rushed down the steep bank into the lake and were drowned. Those tending the pigs ran off and reported this in the town and the countryside, and the people went out to see what had happened. When they came to Jesus and saw the man who had been possessed by the legion of demons sitting there, dressed and in his right mind, they were afraid. Those who'd seen it told the people what had happened to the demon-possessed man and told about the pigs as well. And the people began to plead with Jesus to leave their region. As Jesus was getting into the boat, the man who'd been demon-possessed begged to go with him, but Jesus didn't let him, but said, "Go home to your own people and tell them how much the Lord has done for you and how he has had mercy on you." So the man went away and began to tell the Decapolis how much Jesus had done for him, and the people were amazed. So we're picking up Mark, and we're seeing this kind of theme of like faith and fear and people responding to Jesus. I guess we left it, end of Mark 4, the disciples were afraid of Jesus. And people are afraid of Jesus here. Why do you think they're kind of afraid of Jesus, and like what's going on here, Dave?
I don't know. There's probably a mixture of things. The fact that maybe he's something to do with this guy, because this guy is out of control. Like, he seems like he's dangerous. He's like, they're chaining him up, and Jesus is going and sort of interacting with him. They're probably thinking, everyone else is staying away from him. Why are you like interacting with this guy when he's obviously
And I guess
mad.
like the kind of we get. So I thought that like the whole pigs thing, that's a bit crazy. Maybe we can talk about that for a minute. But when they come and see the demon possessed man who's not demon possessed anymore, they're afraid, aren't they, of him? So like, I guess this is, what do you think it would have been like to be this demon possessed man?
Well, the word that comes out that sticks out is like tortured.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's self-harming. He's alone. He's isolated. You know what I mean? He must have felt like the most loneliest person in the world. He lives in I don't know if this one sort of lives in a tomb. And like it says with it.
Yeah, 5 verse 5, night and day among the tombs.
With the dead people, that's with. So, I don't know. It just seems like he's got a miserable existence, and he sort of. It seems like he's sort of crazy. I could even say like he's got serious mental health sort of problem.
And it's interesting, isn't it, that Jesus, verse 6, when he sees him from a distance. So when the guy sees Jesus from a distance, he runs to him and falls in front of him, and like the demons are kind of shouting out that like that legion is like not just like one or two, a legion in Roman armies, like a few thousand. There's like loads and loads of demons in this man, and they're torturing, and they're saying they know who Jesus is, Son of the Most High, and they beg for Jesus to kind of let them out. Now that thing about the pigs, I think it reveals something about like what Satan is like. What does Satan want to do to kind of life, and it sort of reveals something about like Jesus' attitude to life. How do they contrast?
Well, obviously, it seems like with the cases that Satan wants to destroy life, he's destroyed this guy's life. He's obviously ends up killing the pigs, where Jesus wants to restore life, because after Jesus does this, gets rid of these demons, we see that this guy is in his right mind. He's a completely different person. He's the person that he was meant to be. So, difference between death, destruction, and life and restoration.
And it's just, I just find verse 15 really surprising, that you kind of think of the sort of like, if everybody saw this man, oh, he's fixed, he's restored, you'd be like, oh, great, nice one, Jesus. But when they came to Jesus, they saw the man who'd been possessed by the legion of demons sitting there dressed in his right mind, and they were afraid. They kind of, there's something about Jesus' power that he can fix even this really terrible man that brings fear again, that they're like afraid. And I guess you were saying last time about like fear can drive us to either say, you know what, I'm not like you, I need to trust you, or get away from me.
I suppose when you don't understand things too, sometimes it can be like, you can make you a bit frightened. And I don't know, it's quite like, I don't know if I'm going on the wrong tangent here, but sometimes when you see something a bit like, this is a bit wacky and this isn't supposed to happen, they're like,
this doesn't fit into my way of seeing the world.
Yeah, then you sort of like, you back off and you're like, I don't want to be around this, like, sort of thing.
Yeah, which is sort of like some of the stuff that we've seen in Mark already. Kind of Jesus is like so radical, and he's interrupting the way that people view the world. He's ruining their kind of traditions. And so people just want to get rid of him, hold him at arm's length. Yeah. And I guess we see this again, that they thought Jesus was just some bloke, but now he's displaying more and more power of God. It's like, oh, get away, I don't want you in my life. Yeah. When actually he's the one who can restore our lives, and that we need to come to it and trust. Right, well, I hope you've enjoyed that bit. Tune in tomorrow.
Bye-bye.